What's good, everybody? Order Hall lore and more featuring Nobel 87. Why not? I mean, we're playing Remix right now. Kind of nice to see what this is all about. I mean, this is, I believe, Order Hall is Class Hall, same thing. I've only played Warlock, so.
Hello everyone. The Infinite Dragonflight is done exploring the time ways of Mr. Pandaria and moves on to one of the best expansions World of Warcraft has ever seen, Legion. The Infinites want to understand what really saved Azeroth from the Burning Legion, and seeing how it's been a while since the expansion released, I've been invited to talk a little bit about what happened in the story with the Order Halls and the artifacts, a small taste of what Legion was all about. A time in which the Alliance and Horde are not exactly on friendly terms.
The mic is killing me.
Try to work together at the start. The Burning Legion invaded Azeroth once again, the biggest Legion invasion ever seen in a game. Demons pouring through a massive portal at the Tomb of Sargeras to finally fulfill the wishes of their Dark Master and claim Azeroth.
I'm already bored because I know all of this shit. Like, I don't give a shit about Legion RP, bro. I'm not trying to be rude, but I thought this was about Class Halls, Order Halls. What the fuck is this? This better be bowed and tied in, bro.
Both sides are hurting and pointing fingers to one another.
I'm hurting.
The Legion is far from over. The world is still in danger and in need of heroes to defend her.
The background music needs a little bit more oomph.
It falls upon us to lead the charge.
Okay, so this
has a unique experience with their own order hall. The class specializations, each having a weapon artifact to acquire, which in turn has their own scrolls of lore, detailing where it's from and why it's important. Legends of our classes eventually find a way to our order halls, and of course, we have to look good riding into battle with unique mounts waiting to be earned. My paladin, for example, becomes the High Lord and sets up in the Sanctum of Light, underneath Light's Hope chapter, which stands upon sacred grounds. The place
that's actually really cool. I didn't know that. I haven't played every class, so that's what Remix is gonna be cool for. I'm gonna play some classes that I didn't play in Legion. I think in Legion I did Death Knight, Warlock, and Mage. That's probably it.
And the final member they have in mind, the one perfect to lead their charge, is Tyrion Fordring, who would also fallen to the might of the Legion on the broken shore. Once more, they dare to strike at Light's Hope, and once more the light shows them that the undead will hold no ground here. Meaning that not only did you get your own unique class storyline, some of these Order Hall stories crossed over with each other. Sometimes working together, or in the case of the Death Knights, trying to steal each other's fallen. But don't worry, they'd get an opportunity to make things right when the High Lords needed the aid of the Ebon Blade to unlock their secret artifact skin, which was called Corrupted Remembrance. As I mentioned, each of those legendary artifacts has scrolls of lore, so we know the importance of what we carry into battle. Each blow struck and each enemy defeated defeats and our power. The gathering of artifacts was also a fantastic time for the Dark Riders to be properly added in World of Warcraft. They were once foolish merchants who dared to show up at the Tower of Karazhan in a time it was still inhabited by the corrupted guardian Medivh. Who knows what madness had drawn them to the tower, trying to scam one of the most powerful mages on the planet with some fake trinkets or some fake artifacts, who also just happened to be possessed by Sargeras, Lord of the Burning Legion. A whole different story. Safe to say, those merchants did not go unpunished. They were cursed to wander Azeroth as the Dark Riders in search of true powerful relics and return them to the tower. Plenty of powerful artifacts gathered that some of us will gladly wield in this war against the Legion. And just like how some of the Order Hall stories flowed together, so too did some of the artifacts. The Battle Lords goes into Tirisfal Glades to claim their arms artifacts. For many years, we'd speculated on the name of this location, on a mysterious darkness that had driven highborn elves mad in the past, a darkness hidden beneath the lands. All that speculation turned out...
Mike, what I'm looking forward to is seeing, did the Warlock one overlap with anything? Because I don't think it did.
Sacrificing himself to take out the massive spawn of the void called Zakash the Corruptor. That's the darkness that's been seeping and oozing down below, sealed away, but would be uncovered.
Especially demonology. There's no way demonology overlapped with anything. That would have made no sense.
His troops tried to convince him to turn away, that going in here would end in disaster. But the king would not listen, and his men were proven right. Opening the tomb had awakened Zakash, so Thoradin did the only thing a true Arafi could do. He did not flee, he did not beg, he did not cower. He took his blade and buried it deep into Zakash's skull. The blade's elven enchantments forced the hunter into a deep slumber, prevented it from regenerating. It was to be Thoradin's last great act. At the moment of his strike, he suffered a mortal wound from Zakash. The warrior who had united humankind died that day, Stromkar stained with the blood of one final enemy. But time does not stand still, and the beast is beginning to stir once more. The Battle Lords finishes what Thoradin started, slaying the beast and claiming Stromkar the Warbreaker. But that was just the beginning of the adventures in the tomb. The High Priests, to claim their shadow artifacts, would journey here next, as dark cultists, led by Twilight Deacon Farding, are using Zolotov, Blade of the Black Empire, in an attempt to bring Zakash back to life. This blade has left a dark stain on Azeroth's history and beyond, preying upon people in the most desperate hour. Far wiser have known not to give in to the blade's temptations of power, but Farding believes himself to be worthy, to be better than those that came before, a notion we quickly disprove. They are severely unworthy to wield Zolotov's might. But what about us? Surely we would fare better. All we have to do is reach out and claim her, allow her to consume the body of Zakash to ensure he's gone forever. But that did not mean the end of the problems within the tomb. Quite the opposite, as the High Lords, to claim their holy artifacts, is called in by the Tyr's guards to help them reclaim Tyr's mighty silver hands and clean up the mess that's left behind. Ending with having to run for our lives as the tomb collapses all around us. Tyr is now protected by several tons of stone and water.
We're not going to see Warlocks. I was about to say, there's no way we're about to see everything.
Small taste of all the stories and characters Legion flew with us. It was an experience to be sure, and I wish that we had the time to dive into every Order Hall and Artifact questline together, but sadly we don't.
But we do!
Legion Remix is now live. Once more, we can travel the time.
We do! Who's to stop you from doing more?
With that special remix twists. Say that you don't have the time to level up 12 classes and go through all 12
No.
Order Hall campaigns and
No.
36 artifact questlines.
No chance.
My recommendation, the one I'd highly suggest to check out, that would be the Death Knights.
Ooh.
Don't get me wrong, all of them have something to offer, but I just remember the events of the Death Knight Order Hall campaign blowing me away. The Mount quests going dark and gruesome, not to mention that if you go for Frost, your artifacts will be connected to Frostmourne with the occasional Lich King appearance. Would recommend, but that's just me. Right?
That's cool. But I already know what plate character I'm playing, and we'll go over that later. But nonetheless, pretty cool. I just wish we got Warlock stuff.